I'm going to describe values and qualities and the difference. This is my list of qualities, okay? These are the things like tall, dark, and handsome, has some ambition, things that I think are going to be compatible, but they're not actually deal breakers. It's like desires, but it isn't part of the character of a person, okay? So values are the things that I make my decisions and priorities based upon. And so I would want to be in a long-term relationship with somebody that has the same values as me. And so this is my list of values. It's much neater. I took much more time and care and concern when I made this list because I value things like integrity, respect, loyalty, compassion, open-heartedness, courage, humility. I also value things like purity. But if I were to be honest, I really hope that my partner would also value that, so we don't have any of those muddied waters before marriage where it's like we're holding each other accountable to a religious standard instead of a personal one. So values are created basically through our environment, but if we had cray and then we kind of honed it in our adulthood and we found it through the religious system, okay, that works, but we don't want to be religious with our partner because in fact, like values are from the heart and they're what make yours skip a beat for another person. So there are people that you recognize that are just extremely anointed and they just have people drawn to them like magnets. Those are charismatic people, but usually they offer integrity because they're giving of themselves. And we sometimes gravitate towards what we want. We also give gifts and we give love in the ways that we want to receive them. So it's very important that partners and when we're dating, that we figure out what our values are, because it's not enough to just be Christian. It's not enough to be called towards the same type of ministry. It absolutely matters if the two of you value something as simple as purity, because how you're going to relate to each other makes a difference. I was in a high school and one of these young girls just announced to the entire class that she wants to date a young man that already has the conviction of waiting until marriage before they have sex. So she said falling in love rather than making love. And I was like, wow, that's just incredible for a young person to think that way. And some of the other kids were like, that ain't never gonna happen. But it will actually happen for her because she's holding the standard of value. She's not gonna compromise and she's not gonna give in to her desires or the qualities of a person because they just look really good in a suit or they drive a really pretty car.